Good morning, guys, and welcome to week 10 workout 5 for me. It is Sunday, the very last day of the week that I can fit in my last workout. So I am actually headed to the gym right now. I am walking to LA Fitness today. I'm going to do 4 miles on the treadmill. It's super hot out here, so I'm really glad I am running inside. I'm going to do 4 miles on the treadmill, 10 minutes on the rower, and hopefully 5 minutes on the elliptical. So I'll check in with you guys after I'm done. Okay guys, workout done. 4 miles on the treadmill. I am sitting outside in the grass so I can talk to you and close up this video and post it. I've come to realize a couple things. Number one, I think that I have higher energy for running in the evening. The reason for that is I can tell, I think I said something on my run from Friday at lunch. I felt like running at lunchtime didn't give me enough time to prepare myself. I was thinking mentally, but I think that I probably run better in the evenings because I have a whole day's worth of food in me and fuel. So I'm starting to think that maybe for real. The run today was not terrible, but it just wasn't, I didn't have like super high energy. So that's okay. It's just something to realize and to understand so that I'm not necessarily pushing myself super hard every time I try to run at lunch. So I'm okay with that. I obviously need as much fuel as possible in my body, and because I don't have breakfast or a large breakfast, I don't have that by lunchtime. So that's one thing I realized. Number two, I think that 7.0 miles an hour may be my actual true base speed, which is a speed that I can keep up and continue for a good amount of time. It's still challenging, but it's definitely not a speed workout. So that is easier for me to keep up for any length of time, like 4 miles, than 7.5 miles is. So I think that 7.0 is probably my true base speed. And then one more thing, I think I'll know tomorrow when I try to do my speed run. I'm going to do a speed run tomorrow of 8 miles. Oh, sorry, I thought I was sitting in an ant pile for a second. I was gonna freak. I'm not. Okay, anyway, so I think that 8 miles an hour may be my limit for speed run. I feel like I may have hit my peak speed at 8 miles an hour, and I said, again, I'll know tomorrow for sure when I try to push 8 miles an hour. If I don't feel like I can ever really go past 8 miles an hour and that's my maximum, then I'm gonna just try and work on being more comfortable at 8 miles an hour. And just really like fine tune how I feel and my form and going the distance, going 4 miles at 8.0 miles an hour. So I may cap it at 8 miles an hour. I may try to do 8.3. I'm not sure yet. So those are 3 things that I realized today. So how did the run go? The run was okay. I started at 7.5 miles an hour. Actually, I always work up to a little bit. So I started at 7 miles an hour, and I took half a mile to work up to 7.5 miles an hour. I could tell in the first half mile that my legs were not like super fresh, like I didn't have a lot of energy. It wasn't gonna be an easy run. So I could tell that in the first couple minutes. But I did do the first mile. Once I got up to speed at 7.5, I finished that mile at 7.5 miles an hour. I did the second mile at 7.0 miles an hour. Then for the third mile, I bumped it back up to 7.5 miles an hour. And then the last half mile I did at 7.0 miles an hour. Then I did a quarter mile at 7.5 miles an hour. And then I did a quarter mile at 8.0 miles an hour. So I just bumped it up a little bit right at the end. So I feel like that was a comfortable, I don't know if it's because a combination of my base speed being 7.0 and then also running at lunch, I felt pretty comfortable alternating back and forth between 7.0 and 7.5. So I think I may start to do that on my base runs, just alternate back and forth between 7.0 and 7.5, so that way I can keep trying to keep my base speed up as much as possible, but not make it so intense and so tiring that I can't keep it up. So that's how the run went, but I felt pretty good and I finished it. Then I did 10 minutes on the rowing machine, and guys, the rowing machine here is so hard. I wish that the rowing machine at my gym at work was even a fraction of that difficult. I would probably make so much better progress. My arms and shoulders would probably be so much more toned. So that kind of bums me out. I wish we had a better rowing machine. So I did the rowing machine for 10 minutes, and then I also did the elliptical for 5 minutes on level 20. So my arms, when I was done, were like shaking. So I got a really good arm workout today. It kind of makes me sad that I can't get that much of an excellent arm workout at my gym at work. So also I really liked being at this gym. I don't know if it was just refreshing because it was a change of scenery, a different location. I also just felt really motivated being around other people who are motivated enough to be at the gym on a Sunday morning or a Sunday afternoon. So it just felt really good and refreshing to be here. But I'm also very glad that it's done. So that was my workout for today, guys. Tomorrow starts the new week, and next week is going to be a really weird workout week for me. So I will explain more tomorrow. But I hope you guys all got your 5 workouts in this week as well. And I will touch base with you again tomorrow. Bye.